Hey guys, what's going on? It's GG O'Reilly or The Darkroom on Instagram. So, I'm going to be talking about my thoughts on what some of the things I want to see Canon do firmware wise. So, I'm shooting on a Canon SL2 right now. My girlfriend shoots on a Canon 60D, and I've got a T5 floating around. So, I primarily use some of Canon's mid to older cameras. But I've seen this on some of their new ones. I want to see Canon put more effort into properly putting features in firmware. Other companies seem to listen. Sony, Nikon, Fujifilm have all gone in post-launch and added features and updated and improved features. And Canon really doesn't seem to do that, and I want to see that change. There's clearly the hardware in a lot of Canon's mid to older range cameras that was never used. We can see that an example from Magic Lantern of just how much power Canon has left on the table. I wouldn't be surprised if my SL2 could actually do 2.4, 2.6, whatever, 2.8K recording, given its hardware. And I know it could run log. I get it, Canon doesn't want to try and butcher their cinema space, but they seem to be starting to do that with the new R5. We'll see what comes out of that announcement. But I want to see Canon properly spend money and time investing in firmware. I get it if Canon doesn't want to go out and go throw firmware back to 2012 on a 60D, but I'd love to see some new firmware for my SL2 that adds features in. I know I'm on the forgotten line. The SL line is probably the most forgotten Canon line that they make. For those of you guys who don't know, the SL2 is basically a T7i. Yeah, T7i with a smaller, lighter body. So yeah, I want to see Canon invest in firmware. For all I care, just stick it on the double digit, or put it on the 5 series, 6 and the 7, and then put it on the double digit D. So put new firmware out. I doubt you guys would go back. I doubt they would go back as far as the 60D, but I'd like to see the 70 and the 80D. Maybe the 60D receive new firmware. I'd like to see. I doubt Canon's going to do, if any, of the Rebel line, but if they did, I'd like to see like a probably T6i, T7i, kind of major video firmware update. I don't care if Canon doesn't put the major firmware updates to the non-I series or non-mic input cameras. Fine, whatever. Most people, if they're shooting video, will grab the I series for that mic input and flippable screen in a lot of cases. So I wouldn't be super mad if Canon didn't put it on all of their cameras, but I would like to see Canon moving forward put more work into firmware post-launch. Canon didn't even ship 24 frames a second on the 90D and the M6 Mark II. What? Why didn't you ship 24? And it took you guys 4 months to bring that to us. I don't get what Canon software development team is doing. I don't know if they're struggling that much or what Canon's issue is, but I want to see Canon address and improve on firmware, because it feels like they're falling far behind on firmware updates and upgrades. From giving more of their cameras log. I mean, Sony ships a log profile on the $450, right? On the A600 or A60, whatever. A6000, right? yeah, in that line. I'll end up editing this out if it doesn't. But yeah, I'd like to see more proper video features come, and for Canon to stop being worried so much about their cinema line being cut to pieces. Some of that comes down to you, Canon, needing to update your cinema line. I'd like to see a C300 or C100 Mark III. I'll throw that video up in the card. So yeah, that's my thoughts on some of what Canon needs to do coming up to help themselves stay competitive. Thanks. I'll catch you guys in the next one.